Welcome, everybody, to a late night stream. I'm getting started incredibly late tonight for kind of a 9:30 streamer. 11 p.m. Feels like the middle of the night, but here I am anyway. I couldn't resist. I had to play more Gabriel Knight 1, because who doesn't love Gabriel Knight 1? Whether it's the original or the 20th anniversary remix that we're playing tonight, this remains just a fantastic game. I really enjoyed revisiting it, getting a feel for this new version that I've never played before. Although last time around, we kind of ended on an unfortunate note. We spent a lot of time working our way all the way through to the end of day 2, only to discover we had hit a soft lock, a game-breaking bug that was going to stop us from proceeding. We could not get the map icon for Malia Getty's house to show up. Therefore, we couldn't proceed with the end of day 2 and move on to day 3. So I had to end the last stream early, go all the way back to the beginning of the game, place through with a non-corrupted save, and basically played up to the exact place we left off. We're back in St. George's bookstore, and we are waiting to go see Malia Getty. And this time, at least the last time I looked at my save game, we actually had the map destination there. So maybe it'll work this time. I can't wait to find out. Welcome in. Good to see you, Paul. Good to see you, Robot Spacer. Robot Spacer, you've already discovered 2 of the new emotes that I added today. We have Grace saying nice, her catchphrase, nice closet, of course, and the new Leisure Suit Larry oof emote that I'm pretty excited about. But hope everybody's doing well. Hope your weekend is off to a good start. We were out late tonight at a carnival. It's one of those sort of traveling carnivals that's set up in the parking lot of our local high school, and we went there with my daughter and one of her friends, and rode some rides, some sketchy looking rides, ate some snacks, some very questionable looking snacks. We managed to avoid all the rigged carnival games. I'd really been coaching her and showing her videos online, trying to convince her before we got there that those games are unwinnable, so we wouldn't have to blow money on them and then deal with a disappointed kid who couldn't get the giant Pikachu stuffed with corpse hair that requires some sort of, 1 in a million bullseye shot to actually win. So we made out okay. Her friend barfed everywhere, but I mean, honestly, you take 2 kids to the fair. If only one of them comes home vomiting, I've got to feel like the odds were pretty much in your favor at that point. And the important thing was it wasn't my kid that came home vomiting. But welcome in, everyone.
More talk, less gameplay. It's Decaf Jedi. Decaf Jedi.
I say it's time to get this show on the road. There we go. Oh, gosh, oh, no, what's happened? I've made a horrible mistake. Don't look at that. Whew. That's how it's supposed to be. What's going on? I haven't got my buttons set up properly. That was a rookie mistake. This is what happens when I start later than I want to. All the buttons on my Stream Deck do the wrong things. I don't know. I probably should just cut this one off now before it gets worse. Talk about an oof. All right, let's get our audio up. Get that audio up. Okay, load game. This should be a working save game right where we left off last time. About to go see Malia Getty. I was amazed at how quickly you can get back to this point in the game if you're not bothering to click through all the unnecessary dialogue choices and just skip every word that everyone says. You can really blow through the first couple of days of Gabriel Knight in less time than I thought. I probably should have just done it on stream last time. Hey, Jabberwocky, good to see you. Welcome back. Right? Welcome, everybody. What do you know about animal masks?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Got him.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. Must be a local custom. New Orleanians love to party.
That was a good line, Rafe. I really like their new grace.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Caux means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Doing a family tree, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Very funny. I mean real snakes, scaly, cold-blooded. I would have thought you'd find them empathetic.
Mm-hmm. I know very little about reptiles of any kind, and prefer to keep it that way. I think there's a book on snakes around here somewhere, though.
Okay, thanks.
You know, when you think about it, this bookstore really doesn't have that many books. I know it's a rare bookstore. It's not like supposed to be books a million or anything, but I really wonder how it stays open. I'm returning to my Gabriel is secretly a gigolo theory. Okay. So,
Hey,
do
bro,
we have...
nice Got a horse. minute,
Oh! Hey, Mike! Nice. And a nice horse to you, too. A very nice horse. Nice, says Grace. Welcome in, Mike. All right.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Oh, hey, Nathan. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed part 1. Have you played this one before?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, here. Let's get our map. Let's go to Malia Getty's house. Go to Greater New Orleans map. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Getty Mansion wouldn't show up last time. And we just were soft locked completely. Oh, this is a pretty scene. They could live in a mansion, have their lives taped, find out what happens when mysterious cult leaders stop being polite and start getting real. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the new puzzles. We haven't, to the best of my knowledge, seen anything that diverges too far, but I know they're in here.
The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss.
Bear beards. Bear beards. Okay, Gabriel.
Hey, bro, nice horse.
Welcome in, Nick. And a nice horse to you, too. I don't have a... the cane crash? Nope, here he goes. Oh, man. Few bugs in this
May I
one.
help you?
Yeah. I'd like to see Malia Getty.
Are you tired of polishing silver day in and day out?
We don't have silver. All of our utensils are solid gold.
Ooh la
Oh, I
la.
see. Well, I represent Lumor Armored Cars, and
Beat it. And comb your hair.
Knock knock. It's me, Gabriel Knight. Or should I say, Detective Mosley.
May I help you?
Yes, it's me, a different person than before.
my name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Ms. Getty.
Happy Friday to you too, Nick. Hope your weekend's off to a good start. Hey, Zach Maddock, good to see you. Howdy, 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 howdy. Welcome in, everybody.
Ms. Getty will see you. Right this way.
Oh, look at
Ms.
this
Getty will
room.
be down shortly.
Her portrait from the original Gabriel Knight is
Thank
the
you.
painting up on the upper left. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's very good. That's a good gag. Meanwhile, the one over the fireplace looks like a Encanto character. Oh, no, Nick, I'm so sorry. Hate to hear you have COVID. How are you
What can I do for
feeling?
you, Detective?
My dad has it right now, too. He seems to have a mild case, which is good because he's got some complications that could have made it a lot scarier, but he seems to be pulling through okay. Just a cold so far. Good to hear. How many portraits do I have of myself at home? This is a great question. You know, I don't have any paintings of myself. We do have a hall of photographs upstairs that has, I don't know, 2 or 3 dozen photos of the family on it, and there's a lot of me up there, more than I'm comfortable with, honestly. I hate photos of myself. I can't stand it. So every time I'm walking down the hall, it's like, there's my goofy ass staring back at me. But yeah, that's where I'm at. No painted portraits though. What I do have though, hey, while we're all on the subject of this sort of thing, speaking of wall art, I picked this up. You'll find some smiles inside of this Walgreens photo envelope. I received a coupon by email today offering some major discounts on printing at Walgreens. So I decided to print what is essentially an adhesive poster. Supposedly, you can peel the back off of this poster, stick it anywhere, peel it off, re-stick it anywhere else. It cost me all of $3, but here's what I chose. So, coming soon to my office, it is an adhesive sticker of Space Quest 5, The Next Mutation. So I'm very excited about this. This is going up very soon in my office for a mere $3. So yeah, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. I'm very excited about this. My office is a shrine at this stage already to adventure games. I have my Monkey Island poster, my Space Quest 3 poster, my Day of the Tentacle poster. I have a Stair Quest poster because I'm a raging egomaniac. And now we add Space Quest 5 to the collection. So thank you for asking about wall art. What a terrific segue into talking about that recent purchase. That's right. Yeah, I just, by the time Twitch takes its share of sub prices, for like 7 more subs, I can spend that $3 to get another one. I'm glad you're not feeling too rough, Nick. I hope it's a speedy recovery. Drink lots of Zoop. We all know that Zoop is the only soup that makes you feel better from COVID. Stair Quest posters win. If you go to my Redbubble, which is linked down below, I think under the support panel, there's a link to my merch store. You can order a Stair Quest poster right now. They are available there with no markup. I'm offering it at the cheapest price possible. So pick up a Stair Quest poster, or a Stair Quest notebook, or a Stair Quest shower curtain, or anything else you could ever want.
Ask you a few questions, Miss Kitty?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Zoop is a restaurant chain in parts of the United States that sells only the finest of soups. But I do like zucchini noodles quite a bit. Zoodles. It is clinically proven to be the only soup that makes you feel better from COVID. This is true.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the Voodoo Murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced.
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Very true.
Oh, well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
Hey, Yakabine. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday. Howdy, howdy. I like Malia's voice here in the remake. She gives me some Designing Women vibes, and I'm pretty okay with that.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Ugh. Whoa! Welcome in. Hey, G. German. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? Let me get a shout out here. Ooh, playing Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I need to go back to Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Why did I call it Elder Scrolls Skyrim? Why did I say Skyrim? I need to go back and play more Skyrim again sometime. I blew through it when it first came out. I need to revisit it now that there are special editions and a million mods. Hope it was a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Me either.
What do you know about Marie Laveau?
I've heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Well, she has nothing to offer.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Caux means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am.
Oh, wow. It includes all the Creation Club content. Cool. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm getting like I'd say like a 7.5 on the Sugar Baker scale out of Malia here.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Is she on to us?
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm no expert. I don't fear them like most people do.
Braggy.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? I don't know what you mean.
No step on snack.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could. But I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake. And I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
If you've ever spent much time at any lake, you've seen or heard something unusual. Lake people are a breed unto themselves. You can't be at a lake very long without seeing something, at the very least, interesting, if not deeply troubling.
This is quite a place.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
The only way to proceed is to flirt with her.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job.
More flirt with her. Game says I must.
I can't help noticing that you're in incredible shape, Miss Getty. Your legs are so strong. Do you work out at one of the clubs by the lake?
Well,
club.
Detective, I do enjoy physical activity.
Oh, me too.
Actually, I was referring to swimming and modern dance. I can't say that I do much exercising at the lake, though.
Ah, well, it was worth asking.
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective,
How'd
are
you figure it out?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
We're brothers.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again.
Like a creep, you
You
know.
can at him if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I
Wow.
think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
It's Robot Spacer. I did just get points
Robert,
for failing to pretend to be a detective. I successfully failed
show
at pretending to be a
Mr.
detective.
Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
I most certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
He who watched Jeans, I totally know what you mean. It's tough. I think this is a very good performance. I think the person's given it 100% here, but nobody's going to be able to top Tim Curry. Even when Tim Curry's southern accent is at its most ridiculous in this game, there's something so charming about it. I can't help but love it. You know, it's tough losing that voice. It should have gotten Dean Erickson from Gabriel Knight too to come in and do his voice. He couldn't be that busy, right? Oh no, Snake Dagger.
Canis, lupus, lupus.
Thank you, Nick. Wow, what a spooky dream. Dream's mostly a rerun. They add in some scenes for the director's cut every night, but you know, it's really the same thing over and over. Is Dean Erickson a corporate attorney? That's right. I'm sorry. Drawn to the halls of learning, I sought there to conspire, but it was in the city of the dead that I found my heart's desire. Poetry. Hey, thanks for the follow, He Wants Jeans. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a terrific Friday.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Casino. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great. Thanks.
Sounds like an adventure game puzzle to me.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Molly Aghetti, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
All the stars I'll deny.
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested. She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Meow, Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right, you should be jealous of Molly Aghetti. As should every woman on this planet.
I just... Never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
What the heck is the white pages? In the ancient days of telephone numbers. Okay, day 3. So we got past our game-breaking bug. Yeah, I mean, we find out in the next game, or actually we find out later in this game, that Gabriel Knight certainly has his supernatural and divine connections. On to the next game-breaking bug. Do you know of another one, Paul? Is there one waiting for me?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they are interrogating a suspect this morning, and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
I bet.
What do you know about voodoo?
I didn't know.
I've already asked her all about this.
Do you?
I've given.
You know.
Oh, we've already asked her that too.
That?
Yeah, do. That's probably all we need from Grace for now. We'll pull down that audio a little bit. Yeah, Gabriel Knight 3 is a pretty wild game if you haven't played it. Okay. Casino 555-0127. We'll just call the Casinos in the book. Okay, let's see how we're doing.
Is this the Casino residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Yeah, boy, that Gabriel Knight 3 playthrough was really quite an adventure. Gabriel Knight's occasionally about tracking a missing baby. Gabriel remembers every couple of days that there's a baby he's supposed to be tracking down. A lot of it's just sightseeing in an uninteresting French village.
Hi, Casino residence.
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Casino was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Okay, 2 down. Zooming the camera through a nondescript French village like a Sam Raimi film. Oh my god, the camera was like a Sam Raimi camera that whole time. I'll have to go back to my playthrough and edit in some jokes about that. Oh gosh, it really was. 12-8 and 12-3.
Hello, I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Got her.
Be quiet. Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
I know it's her because it said Madame Casino. Okay. Five. No, 170. Cage and Critters Veterinary Clinic, specializing in canine care. 170.
Cage and Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
This is a good voice. What do you know about animal sacrifice? Can you imagine calling up your local vet clinic and just be like, I have a few questions about animal sacrifice. My wife is a veterinarian. I should ask her if she ever gets many animal sacrifice questions at work.
Do you have a Madame Casino as a client?
Madame Casino? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Really? She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have her address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
She's won a major prize. I'm worried about Castro.
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Just a second. I was going to preface this with one of these.
More talk, less gameplay. It's Decaf Jedi. Decaf Jedi.
So Nick asks, what's the weirdest thing my wife has ever had to deal with? And one of the weirder ones actually involved one of my professors back in grad school. He was the professor overseeing my dissertation. And he was a very stern Austrian professor who wasn't particularly forthcoming with praise or pleasantries. I worked with him for 7 years, and he never completely figured out my first name. So not someone I'm terribly close to, and someone that I was like deeply intimidated by and afraid of. So he came into my wife's veterinary clinic with his cat, and he wanted to get his cat neutered. And you should all spay and neuter your pets, obviously. He wanted to get his cat neutered. But what he was concerned about was that A, after neutering, the cat would not be as aesthetically pleasing, and B, that the cat may be self-conscious about its now neutered state. So my professor, who I'm deeply afraid of, who terrifies me, had looked up on the internet, there's a company called Nudicles, which are essentially silicone animal testicular implants to simulate the look of an intact animal but actually it's an animal that has been neutered. It's truck nuts for cats. That's a really great way to put it. So he tried to explain to her that this loss of masculinity for the cat was something that was deeply troubling him, and just really wanted to walk through what the cost would be on these nudicles, what would have to happen in order to get these nudicles implanted. Are they safe? My wife actually ended up calling the company that makes them. It turns out the company that makes them was just like one guy in a basement somewhere, like dropping resin to make these things on his own, which you gotta wonder what that sort of small business is like. Like, what man out there says to himself, like, oh, I know this market that just needs to be tapped into, fake animal testicles. But yeah, and it actually took away all of that fear and intimidation that I had from that professor from then on, because after that, it's like, how can I be intimidated by someone who is worried about whether his cat will look the same, and more importantly, have the same sort of self-confidence that it had prior to being neutered. So there you go. That is my favorite wife veterinary story that I don't think will get her in trouble. Back to the game. Oh, you see, this is what happens when I stream late. I'm in wacky boy mode. Did I actually get an address? I lost track of what I was doing. Oh gosh. This is a great question. Did she perform the surgery? I think they're nudicles, like neutered. I accidentally turned my mic down during that whole thing. I hope you could hear my great story clearly. She did not. She priced it out, and he wasn't happy with the price point on fake cat nards. You said fake cat nards? That's a bridge too fur, to quote Bubsy. And there's a Bubsy reference. Cat knows in the party zone. Nice. Should I go to Casino? Boy, this looks like a French Quarter home. This is on point. Whose cat learned to go?
Yes? Who is it?
Land Shark.
Land Shark.
You are no Bill Murray. Yes? Who is it?
Please let me talk to you, Madam Casino.
I do not talk to strangers, young man.
Well, would you talk to a priest? Wait, don't I have the hair gel? Oh, there it is. I think I have to combine those items. Create disguise. Okay.
This black shirt won't get me into Madame Casanova by its...
So I need a priest's collar. Is there one of those at the cathedral? See, the great thing about telling a really lengthy story about fake catnards is that it scares away a handful of viewers every time. They want to watch someone play a video game, not tell stories about their lives. But I'd like to think that it also keeps a certain core user base, a certain group of viewers that come back again and again in case there's a catnard story. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want those viewers. If you can't love me at my catnard worst, you don't deserve me at my cat hair mustache best.
The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Sins of the fathers, if you will.
May I help you, my child?
Could you give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing?
I just said
You
that.
wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Is there anything else?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it'll make you feel better.
All right, I guess. Paid assist. Oh my gosh. We have to say womanizer, right? As it's probably my favorite Britney Spears song. Oh man, I would love to get more native advertising up in here. Welcome to the Decaf Jedi Retro Adventure Game Hour, brought to you by Wrigley's Chewing Gum. Wigwees. Welcome to Wigwees.
I've had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
If you're counting therapists, then I'm up to at least, let's see, count the 1, and this might take a while.
My son, I'm afraid my lunch break is coming on about now. Pray for forgiveness and say 20 rosaries.
That's pretty good.
On second thought, when you finish the math, say that many rosaries.
Gabriel hears him leave the confessional.
I should probably add 1 more rosary for that while I'm at it. I've been a bad boy.
That should be Gabriel's catchphrase. I've been a bad boy.
Someone is in that confession.
So how do I actually get the priest collar? I don't have to kill the priest, do I?
I've always wondered how the other half...
Inside the box, Gabriel finds a priest collar and some oil used for blessing.
Well, I'll just steal this from a church.
That oil is for holy purposes, not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
Oh, Gabriel using holy oil for lubricant. Wow. I tried for a little while just doing HelloFresh ads in the middle of my streams, hoping that maybe HelloFresh would pay me ex post facto. But it turns out companies don't like you advertising their product and then expecting to get paid. You know, on the one hand, I think they want to vet their advertisers, and on the other hand, if you've already given the ad, they really don't have a lot of incentive to pay you. But I did for a while there, Nick. I wouldn't stoop as low as Squarespace. Omaha Meats, Omaha Steaks, I would definitely do if they're out there. But yeah, HelloFresh, I was really working hard for a while to get that sponsorship, and it just didn't pan out. I don't know why they wouldn't want to reach my dozen of fans.
You never know when a priest's collar will come in handy.
I've mentioned before, like, my dream would be to get a sponsorship from either Dr. Enough or Tudor's Biscuit World. Tudor's Biscuit World's very local. Dr. Enough is local to where I grew up. Both very small companies in the grand scheme of things. Exactly the kind of companies that, probably could sponsor me to the tune of, like, here's a $20 gift certificate a month or something like that. But man, I would love to somehow get them to sponsor content here. Oh, I know. Yeah, the environmental cost of those meal delivery services is pretty unfortunate. But we were on HelloFresh for about 6 months and really loved it. I thought the food was surprisingly good.
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow. This is great.
Yeah, just don't, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
Too late.
I didn't mean to upset you.
Forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and, good luck.
I'm going to use it to summon a Voozle, so joke's on you. Why, hello there, Madam Casino. It's me, a priest you've never met before.
All right, but this is private.
This is some very good adventure game puzzling. I've slicked back my hair. I'll look like a man of the cloth.
Yes? Who is it?
I'm a priest selling magazines.
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
Thank you, my child.
It's a very good Irish accent. He really nailed it.
Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Oh. Well.
The painting behind the couch is a Madonna and Child.
Are you sure, though? Oh, look at all these great hot spots.
Madam finds comfort in these iconic images, it seems. A low wooden coffee table sits in front of the sofa.
Yes, she could possibly be a religious person. Oh, look at this nice cabinet.
It's a large antique cabinet. It's probably worth something.
Oh, I'm glad that Gabriel's casing the joint now.
Madam would think Father McLaughlin was suspiciously snoopy if Gabriel did that.
Oh, he's the hip new priest that just joined the parish. That's why he's wearing jeans. He's the one you can talk to, kind of understands what the average person's going through here in the early 90s. He's listened to your Soundgarden.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions, my child?
Of course not, mon père.
Yeah, very sits backwards on a folding chair.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
People think I'm just a foolish old woman, but I know the things they do. My family's been in New Orleans since 1750, so I know more than most. Voodoo people are all over the city, in the shops, everywhere. They'll curse you like that, and most people don't even notice. Spit on your bread at the bakery. Take strands of your hair at the store when you try on clothes. you have to be so careful. But I know their ways, so I can protect myself. I know how to use the magic too, and I can counteract their evil spells.
Oh, wow. Zach Maddock, that message really connects with me at a remarkably deep level. That reminds you of the modern churches that would recruit international students at the local community college by playing Ultimate Frisbee. Wow. That is such an incredibly specific reference, but one that I relate to in a way you can't imagine. I think I've mentioned before, I went to a tiny little Christian college for undergrad, and that is absolutely just like spot on.
Tell me more about voodoo in New Orleans.
It's just plain evil. It's dangerous to even discuss it.
I went to a Christian college because it's the only environment on earth where I can be a bad boy. Like, the bad boy. Like, where people would look at me and say, it's like, oh, that Jess, he's edgy. That guy's trouble. Anywhere else in the world, and I am the most milquetoast human being on earth. In a Christian college, I was like the bad boy, and I loved it. It was the best thing that could have happened to me. I used to get notes in my campus mailbox all the time from fellow students who would say they were praying for me, and really hoped that Jesus would start working in my life. Stuff like that. People were worried about me. And I was exactly the person then that I am today. Oh my goodness. Oh, I really thought about that in context before, but yeah, I was I was trouble. You guys stay away from me. Thank you so much for the resub. 21 months. That is so kind of you. I appreciate all the support. I hope you're having a marvelous Friday, Matawi. Thank you. We're having a Jess was out in the heat too much today at a carnival stream, and I partially fried my brain. Stream time.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Voodoo Murders?
Voodoo?
They are nothing new to me, Father. They happen all the time. I hardly go out anymore. It's too dangerous in the streets. They can get you anywhere, you know, even here in this room. But I try not to let them know about me. That's the best way.
I really like this voice performance. This is fun. How are you liking the new season of Stranger Things, Natalia? I was kind of bummed out with Stranger Things coming into this season, and it really turned things around for me. I liked season 4 quite a bit. It got me back on board.
What else do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Shh! They'll hear you.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? They're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can. That's why I never sleep.
Right, thanks.
Oh, that's wonderful. The auto mod just caught Matawi's message to say, with the phrase blew me away. It was like, ooh, blew me. That's a little too blue for Twitch. Gotta auto mod that out. Yeah, Average Goon, you're absolutely right. It's Jorf that's the troublemaker.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Oh, St. John's Eve, mais oui. I used to love the St. John's Eve Mass at St. Louis Cathedral. Of course, it is also a night of great wickedness, worse than All Hallows Eve. They will corrupt anything, Father.
They? They who?
Oh, you know.
She isn't being secretly racist, too, is she?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, her. I could tell you about her.
Her?
Voodoo Queen? Ah. My great-grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau. She knows the truth about her.
Oh, no. Can you imagine a priest with a dodgy accent showing up at your house and just really grilling you, peppering you with question after question like this, and just like, at no point have you stopped to say, pardon me, Father, but why are you here again? Why is a priest I've never met at my door and now just wants to ask me a series of questions?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
No, I won't say anything more. Not to you, Father. I'm sure you mean well, but you are an outsider. No.
Do you have any idea what Caprice encore means?
Maybe. I know. I bet you do not know, Father, n'est-ce pas?
Mais oui. Don't eat the chili.
It means don't eat the chili.
Shows how much you know.
About Caprice encore.
Oui? Are you going to tell me what it means, Father?
Of course I know what it means. Do you?
I wasn't born yesterday, Father. I won't tell you what it means if you don't already know.
Wow.
No, I don't.
Just as I thought. You shouldn't talk about things you don't understand.
That...
do not continue.
It means that's too bad.
It's too bad you don't know what you're saying, young man.
So can I not...
do...
No.
Interesting. Is that all I can do here for the moment?
Gabriel's impersonating a priest. Father McLaughlin would never steal from one of his flock.
He's in character now. Is this all I can do here for now?
Au revoir, madame.
I'll be back.
Adieu, mon père.
If I can come up with anything else to say to you. Let's see. Mosley wants to. Is Magenta back?
A sign on the front door of Magenta's home reads, "Attuning with the spirit realm, back on June 22nd.
Okay, Paul, you had a religious grandmother and she would have totally invited a priest in. Okay. You know, maybe it's a Catholic thing. The drummer, eh?
A drummer has decided to sit up outside the police station.
Oh, you know the police would be totally cool with that, too. They would just enjoy hearing the drumming. It'd be a nice change of pace down at the old PD.
Can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
I need to see Detective Mosley.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
Officer Frick's a good voice. Has a little bit of that Brian Doyle Murray thing going on. We mentioned Bill Murray earlier. Might as well get Brian Doyle in there, too.
You! Give me back my badge! Now, Knight!
Sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah? You borrow it again, and you're history. Now, about today. Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy, anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before.
Zero
mostly
cool.
helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. He's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning at Jackson Square pushing coke. He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
Crash override.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. Have you been present at the so-called voodoo rituals?
I don't know nothing. All right, I told you.
Come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go.
Relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were in plain clothes.
Plain clothes? Like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. You tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you into the witness protection program.
Really?
But you gotta earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, Jesus, just let me out of here.
Oh, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
Oh, by now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Oh, if I can send a message. Yeah, tell them I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Just take him back to detaining, would you, Tony?
I love hackers, too. I haven't seen it in forever.
You, times like this, I'd kill for truth serum. Damn civil rights.
Can I talk to you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn, we can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. You know, for the book, I mean. Hey, maybe you could punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction. That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh man, Mosley hates civil rights. His least favorite thing.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
So he has nothing new, huh?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? You mean like those Halloween masks they sometimes use in robberies?
On TV in the movies?
So. More like real animals.
Never ran across anything like that.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Guess we don't have anything new with Mosley.
Sure. Okay.
Were you just here to see Crash?
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
I mean, that's not very sick burn since Gabriel actually has pretty good hair. Okay, where to now? Is there more at the park today? Go marching in. Schattenjäger teleportation engaged. Whose house don't we have on the map? We have Madame Casino and Malia Getty now. Are we missing somebody? I hope the game isn't bugged again. Oh. Yeah, Gabriel would probably just know where his grandmother lives. Oh, Madame Lorelei. What can you tell me about the future?
Madame Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
That's a nice snake you have there.
Oh, I could say the same of you.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
Ugh.
That's personal.
Why is Gabriel such a creep?
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with anyone.
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing, but I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are. Oh, nothing.
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but stay where I can look at you, okay?
I'm really getting mixed signals here. Really hot and cold. I love that Gabriel is an adult human being who just walks around with no money.
Hey, bro. Nice horse.
Thank you, Mike. Let's get that fresh.
Boys, hoopla!
Hey, bro. Nice horse.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, maybe Lorelai needs a hot dog, too.
Bad idea. Baby, I love the way you move.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hips.
Hips don't lie.
Yep, she wants me.
No fighting. I don't think she does, though, Gabriel.
Thanks, boys.
Once again, Gabriel has done fine work and earned some points. I'll just put my snake back on.
Gabriel examines the veil with the magnifying glass. The fortune teller's veil is studded with sequins. The sequins look a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale. Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale from the veil.
We did it. We found a snake scale. It's a more different snake scale.
The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
Okay, so I have ruled her out as the person committing the Voodoo Murders. Some fine detective work there, Gabe. Well done. As always. So glad everyone could join me tonight. Especially since I'm streaming a little later than usual. So glad y'all could be here. I've been really excited to get back to this game. I just love Gabriel Knight so much. You know, I think before I streamed it, gosh, it's probably been getting closer and closer to 2 years ago now, as crazy as that sounds. Before I streamed Gabriel Knight 1, I really enjoyed the game, but it was during that stream with all of y'all that I think I really fell in love with it. And now it's easily one of my top 3 or 4 Sierra games. Gabriel Knight 2 is probably in that top 5, let's say, as well. Just what a pleasure it is to revisit these. They really hold up beautifully, and getting to share them with all y'all has made it even better. I feel like we've had some of our most ridiculous moments
Mr. Knight,
with Gabriel Knight.
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
Unnoticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else.
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
Whatever for?
I can't stop thinking about you.
What a creep.
I've been in your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that 1,000,000 times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations.
I can't fight this
My
feeling
family
anymore.
is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I know you got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No,
Whoa!
I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I've got a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
Hey, welcome
See, I
in
knew it.
Raiders.
You're crazy about me too. Come by tonight. Please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry. But there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not
this
now,
is dramatic.
not ever.
Thank you so much for the raid.
Damn it.
Welcome in. How's it going? Furcon, thank you so much for the raid. You were playing Goosebumps Escape from Horrorland. I'm familiar with Goosebumps, but not the game. How was it? Did you have a good stream? Thank you so much for the raid. Good to see y'all, Raiders. I am Jess, Decaf Jedi. I like to stream old point-and-click adventure games. I'm streaming a little bit of a newer one, a remake of Gabriel Knight at the moment, but it's good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Good to see you, J Ram. Good to see you, Spurcon. How was your stream tonight? And thank you for joining us. If you tend to like retro games and adventure games in particular, feel free to drop a follow. We'd love to have you on the crew. Silly and fun. I mean, what more do you want from a Goosebumps game? Ermagerd, Goosebumps. We're in a cemetery. That's very goosebumpy. Now that I said that out loud, goosebumpy is an upsaying phrase. Ooh, it's full motion video. Oh, this may have to go on the list then. Y'all know I can't resist from some full motion video. The pinnacle of the form. Now that's high praise. You piqued my curiosity. Yeah, I'm sick of only partial motion video. For me, it's full motion video or bust. I need a smooth 12 frames per second or I'm out. Where to? Valia feels it too. I knew it. I saw it in her eyes. She could barely keep them off of me. I felt her trembling just being close to me. Damn it, if she'd just stopped denying it. Alright, creep. Let's see. You talk to Professor Hartridge. How do I get to the professor? Huh. Do I not have a fast travel destination? Oh, Goosebumps book actually takes place in Center. Hey, Grayson, good to see you. FMV Friday. Oh, everybody get over there and follow Furcon. We're FMV aficionados around these parts. Yeah, that's a good point. Let me shout out. I won't shout out Grayson himself, but I should shout out Grayson's new channel, Intruder Cloud. Everyone get over and follow Intruder Cloud if you aren't already. It's a channel where he exclusively streams Postal 2 and endorses every single thing that happens in the game. It's really, I mean, it's cutting edge stuff. I wouldn't do it, but, you know, he's a brave man. Braver than me, certainly. Oh, dang it, I didn't read the newspaper this morning. I shouldn't have needed that hint.
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Oh, not reading the newspaper on the morning of a Gabriel Knight game. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. That was a very good Graceline read.
1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural event section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change your course before it's too late.
Lighten up.
We probably could have gotten to the university faster if it was a 4-lane university instead of a 2-lane university. 4-lane university. That's 2 more lanes. So you could travel more quickly. Alright, I guess we know where to go now. Thank you for the bit, Nick. Oh no! RJ helps. You followed after that. Oh no! Is there a way to a reverse raid? Yeah, can you raid back out of the channel once you get there? No, just start backing out of the room uncomfortably. That's me, Jess the campus bad boy. Thank you, RJ. That's right, Gabriel Knight and dad jokes is a potent combination. If you want dad jokes, I've got them. I think I've been making dad jokes since I was like 14 years old. I think I was just born into dad jokes. Alright, let's go 2-lane.
It looks like the lecture is just starting.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices. Animal totems,
it's like they pulled up this guy's Google image search history.
Trees,
oh no, you shouldn't see
heavens,
this.
The bodies of the sick.
Next slide, next slide.
Is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race.
Some
of the
strong.
voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Oh, I love that reference, Zach Maddox.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death, Awe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called houndfors. Their priests, Houngan or Bokors, their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a voodoo houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a poto metam.
Jane Jensen once shot she'd done her homework.
Initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems, or animal masks and markings, was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife, or kubasa,
That knife gives me the chills.
the ritual whip, or fouetcache, and the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mamalawa for specific magical rituals. The
So checks out.
Mamalawa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mamalawa is the supreme woman. She goes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies, and at night again she sees other things.
Oh no.
Fireflies.
Gabriel falling asleep. Nice coffin. Basically a corpse closet when you think about it.
Gabriel?
What?
Yes?
Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
In a coffin?
It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
Scrunch up.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel. Hide.
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Oops. This is a rather nice lecture hall. Furcon, I would believe that no lecture hall at Tulane is this nice. I am a professor in real life, and I work in a room that's about the size of maybe the square where the podium and the desk is, and I have a whiteboard behind me that's roughly the size of my computer monitor, and that's it. That is my entire setup, and, you know, I can get by. I don't know why this guy needs an all fancy lecture hall. He's even got a trash can. We just have to throw our trash on the floor.
There's a PA speaker on the wall.
You know, in the original game, there was a bulletin board in this room that has a Laura Bow reference, if I'm not mistaken. It's a shame that that's gone from this edition.
A projection screen dominates the front of the hall.
Nice podium.
Gabriel isn't in the mood to give a lecture. Gabriel isn't in the mood to give a lecture.
Oh man, this is the time of summer when I start missing giving lectures. I need to get back in the classroom.
The podium, Hartridge's throne.
I don't even get a podium, I get a lectern. The lectern's the poor man's podium.
Are you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
I mean, that's not entirely inaccurate, Zachmatic. One of the reasons I started streaming in the first place was I was so weirded out when COVID hit and I wasn't in the classroom anymore. It's like, I need to find a way to speak to like partially engaged groups of people, roughly, 15 to 20 at a time, about subjects I really care about. So it's like, I'll just start streaming adventure games. It'll be the same thing.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
Maybe I should start being the sweater professor. Like, this guy's sweater look is kind of working for me. Maybe I could be the sweater professor.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
That's right. If I get too big, it'll spoil the effect. Who needs to partner with Twitch? Where you can just keep it small and get that classroom-style experience of interaction. I'm about to hire a consultant and see what I can do to shave off all the rough edges of this personality that's chasing away viewers. Gotta get those numbers up.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Yeah, no, that was me too, Matawi. I was just feeling like totally trapped and isolated during those early months of COVID, and really needed some sort of mode of interaction outside of just sort of my daily, homeschooling my kid and trying to stay safe and everything. And Twitch really gave me an outlet that's been super valuable to me. I never imagined I would enjoy streaming. It seemed like something, that I wouldn't be able to do. I just didn't think I could talk my way through streaming a video game, and just wasn't sure like where it would fit. And it's really turned into just a hobby I really adore. It's really special to me, and the fact that I've made so many new friends doing it and reconnected with folks I've known from all the way back in the early days of like the Space Quest community and stuff like that. It's been fantastic. It has been a really rewarding part of my life.
Tell me about Damballa.
Damballa is one of the major Rada Loa, also known as Damballa Wado. He is an ancient Dahomian rain god, often represented as a large boa constrictor. Damballa is the most powerful and most violent of the Rada Loa. The Rada Loa are typically benevolent, as opposed, say, to the Patrol Loa. He is still worshipped heavily in Haiti, and when voodoo first started in New Orleans, the early conclaves were reportedly based on the worship of the great zombie, the great serpent Damballa.
A great zombie.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
About St. John's
It's June
Wort.
23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
That's dumb.
A burning wheel. Huh.
Wheels on fire. Abfab. References.
Do you know what Capri Sanko means?
Capri Sanko? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Well, I don't want to be an animal sacrifice. When I've streamed Gabriel Knight in the past, I've coupled it with occasionally eating very spicy jelly beans on stream. And I've been thinking, I actually have acquired recently, my daughter got these as a birthday present for me. I don't know if you can see these. Some Krispy Kreme Jelly Belly donuts with cinnamon apple filled, strawberry iced, original glazed blueberry cake, and chocolate with sprinkles. Part of me wonders, maybe instead of a stream where I punish myself by eating terrible jelly beans, maybe a stream where we reward me with wonderful jelly beans. Because I just remembered I had these in my drawer, and now they're just like staring at me, and I'm thinking it's like I've got to do something with these, and I could just eat them without anybody watching. But what's the point of doing anything if people aren't watching?
Do you know anything about veves?
If you'd taken notes during my lecture, you wouldn't have to ask.
Oh wow, Matawi, the spicy bean stream was your first. Oh, that's outstanding. That was during Gabriel Knight 1. It was good times. Spicy beans.
Tell me about Ogun Badagri.
Ogun Badagri is one of the Patroloa. The Patroloa are much more violent than the Radaloa. Some
Makes
people
sense.
believe the Patrolois originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Patrolois were African as well, though worshipped only by a small Voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
Wow.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I'm a creep.
It's very rare. Most Voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loire, so they call on her for mercy. But I've seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loire, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loire will simply take it for themselves.
Is there somehow more text in this scene than there used to be? Yeah, you know, this is a good point, Paul. I've had an experience not unlike this one, where I've finished a lecture, and, like, when I'm finished the lecture, I am physically tired. Like, I have to put, like, full-on performance mode Jess, like, I'm performing way more in class than I am when I'm on stream. Like, I'm cranked up to about a 14 or so. And I just want to, like, go sit in a dark room after I'm done and try to recollect my parts of my humanity that still exist. And when I get, like, a student who's really hanging out behind for an extended period, this is the part where I'm usually, like, gathering up my things, and I'm, like, walking toward the door, and I'm kind of, like, continuing the conversation over my shoulder, and, like, walking down the hall, desperately hoping to make it to the elevator, and trying to hint in every way. It's like, I'm done. I've said my lecture. I just want to go back to my office and sit in quiet. Please just let me go.
Up for a few more.
Gee, I'd love to.
Yeah, this guy's right on my wavelength.
Tell me about yourself.
All right, Mr. Knight. I'm 35, a fully tenured professor at this university, as well as a fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse, in religious studies. I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there. My father was a Protestant missionary. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often. Any other questions?
Oh, no.
Fine.
Wait a second. And, for the record, heterosexual. Yeah, it's like, that's great. I mean, I'm not going to kink shame your heterosexuality or anything, but that just is a strange way to take this conversation. We were talking about human sacrifice a moment ago. Is that a new line in this game, sure? Yeah, Syracuse, hey, Speedy. Yeah, tenured at 35 is pretty impressive. I think I got tenured at 36 or 37, and that was a pretty quick turnaround on things. I don't practice sex often, but when I do, you can believe it's with a woman. That's the main takeaway I want you to have from this discussion. It's how much, A, I went to Syracuse, worth mentioning twice. B, got tenured at a very young age, very promising young scholar. And finally, yeah, definitely love the ladies. That was in the original game. That's fantastic. Love those ladies. Can't get enough of the way their bodies are shaped. Okay, I've already copied the marks. Okay, so it's back to Madame Casino now that I know what Capri Sancour means. Capri Sancour. Maybe we'll go back and do this and that might be a good place to call it a night. It's getting late here. I started late. I got the Gabriel Knight buzz going, though. Do this all night.
All right, but this is private.
I should save. I still feel like this game's out to get me. It's just waiting to crash on me.
Yes? Who is it?
It's me, Father McLaughlin.
It's Father McLaughlin back again, don't you know?
Yes, Father. Come on in.
Father McLaughlin.
Please be seated, Father.
Visiting old
Thank
women
you.
at their creepy
Now,
home.
what can I do for you?
Well, I did some homework.
Good Castro.
I know you talked to Castro. Can you pet the dog? No. Hey, Uncle Hot Dogger, welcome in. Good to see another old school Gabriel Knight fan. You know, I'm enjoying the remake. I'm enjoying it more than I expected to. I was a little bit skeptical. You know, losing the voices was like the first thing that leapt out at me. But there's some really good performances in this version. I miss a little bit of the moodier art, but I think, you know, considering they were going 3D, I think the choices they made mostly work. I've enjoyed it. Have you played the remake, or are you strictly on the old school version? This is my first time with the remake.
Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions, madam?
If you wish, Father.
Oh, Caprice and done both. What'd you think of the remake version? I've avoided it up to this point. Because I heard there were sliding tile puzzles added to it.
That Caprice and Co. thing.
But I've enjoyed it.
Do not continue to tease me, Father. You know what it means as well as I.
It means goat without horns.
Father, you surprised me. You do know what it means.
That's right.
You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Oh, I'm the same way. Yeah, I mean, the original, like, I remember going to Electronics Boutique and buying the original in that weird triangular box and bringing it home on floppy disk and playing it. You know, the older Sierra games are always going to be near and dear to my heart. But yeah, I agree. You know, I think if you wanted to get a new audience to try this game, I think it may be at some level maybe a little more accessible in this form if you don't have the nostalgia in place. And, you know, still at the heart of it, it's Gabriel Knight 1, which is just a fantastic game. You know, it's got a fresh coat of paint on it, but the important stuff is as good as it ever was. But yeah, I'll take the old one. No, nothing can top Tim Curry in the original. I mean, Mark Hamill's fabulous in it too. Lots of great performances in the original. But yeah, this they made a good effort, but it's yeah, you aren't going to do better than Tim Curry. Yeah, Leah Remini, terrific as Grace. I like their Grace a lot, though. She gets a lot of that same really sarcastic, snarky tone. She's good. She's good stuff. Still have your copy on the shelf. That's awesome. Do you have the funky box version, Speedy?
Do you know anything about human sacrifice here in New Orleans?
Well, my great-grandmother could tell stories. She saw it.
Oh,
People
yeah,
say
Michael
that
Dorn.
sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans, but the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
The box, sorry, the box, what am I saying? The actor that they got to play Dr. John in place of Michael Dorn is very good in this one.
Who are the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Laveau was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo enfant. That's what they call their temples, you know.
Yes, I recently attended
It's
a
so
lecture.
secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Lavo, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Hey, Stan, howdy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
Do you know anything else about snakes?
It would be bad luck to talk about that anymore.
Tell me more about this secret voodoo houndfor.
Houndfor.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in New Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear their drums at night, oh yes. That's why I'm so ill, I tell you, those drums. But
Thick
we
drums.
shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there, I can tell you. I'll show you something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
Oh, a secret.
I swear on my collar.
A stolen priest
Here
collar.
it is, mon père. A true object of evil if ever there was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I've always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Yes.
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Even though its vibes aren't great, let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now let us pray.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah, for kind of this era of video games did have some really great voice acting. You know, we just came off earlier this week playing Quest for Glory 4, and there, you know, you of course have John Rhys Davies as the narrator. You have Jennifer Hale in one of her first performances as Katrina. You've got Jim Cummings as Boris. All kinds of great performances there. Just such a fun era for these video games. Oh, thanks so much for the follow.
I think that's enough, Father.
Oops.
Oh,
I timed
right.
out.
Here you go.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I timed out. Thank you for the follow, Uncle Hot Dogger. I was jibber jabbering. That's that snake bracelet
Can I
again?
see that snake bracelet?
All right.
I'd like to bless it just one more time. Get a quick vibe check
Here's
on that
the
snake.
bracelet.
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Even let it when they voodoo don't come. And now.
Okay. Oh, I am a lifelong Sierra fan. Like, that is very much the games I grew up. I was just saying earlier in the stream. Let me see if I can time out this again. I'll show this off again because I'm really excited about it. Just earlier today, I received an email for a coupon to print some stuff at Walgreens. And I used it to print this fun poster of the box art from Space Quest 5. It's a little stickable decal poster that I'm going to go put in my office on Monday. But no, definitely a long-time Sierra fan. My first PC game was King's Quest 2 way back in 1986. Yeah, Space Quest has always been my go-to. For years, I ran a Space Quest fan site back in the early days of the internet. Do I not have the mud? I don't have the mud. There's a brick, and I'm drowning with no mud. I forgot to get the mud from the Ding Dang murder scene. Okay, sorry, Ma'am Casino. I have to go do a little quick errand. BRB. Just gonna rev my motorcycle up and peel out of your living room. Can't believe I forgot the clay. It's a good musical number. The music in this game is really great anyway. The music in the original was good.
I'll take some of this clay with me.
The remake is fantastic. Robert Holmes really knocks it out of the park with this. Hey, Necro Keys. Welcome in. I love this series too. It is fantastic. Gabriel Knight 1 and 2 are two of my favorite all-time games. Gabriel Knight 3 is fascinating in the ways that it's awful, and then some of the ways that it's not as awful as its reputation. So even there, there's a lot to love. Welcome in, though. Howdy, howdy. Okay, where was I actually going? Oh yeah, back to Matt the Casino. It's past my bedtime. I can't remember what I'm doing. Right back, I go to a murder scene. Oh wait, I didn't disguise myself. Oh wow, Gabriel Knight 3 is your favorite. Fantastic.
Yes? Who is it?
You know,
Wrong house. Never mind.
Fine.
I played that for the first time on stream a few months ago. I'd never played Gabriel Knight 3. And honestly, considering it has this reputation of being, you know, I think occasionally brought up as one of the, you know, the worst, if not the worst video game of all time, the cat hair mustache gets so much of a hard time from people. And playing it, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like, Gabriel Knight 3 does a lot of interesting stuff. I think that considering when it was made, it looks pretty good. Like, the 3D graphics hold up better than I would have expected. Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised by Gabriel Knight 3. Not a perfect game, but what game is?
Yes? Who is it?
And you get Tim Curry back as Gabriel, and that's just wonderful. Who doesn't want more Tim Curry as Gabriel Knight?
It's Father McLaughlin back again, don't you know?
Yes, Father. Come on in.
But thanks for dropping in. Glad to see you.
Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Can I see that snake bracelet one more
Mind
time?
if I ask you a few more
Hey, thanks for the
questions,
follow.
If you
Thank
wish,
you, thank
Father.
you. That's right. I mean, and I will say, I had people in my chat that were really helping me avoid missing things, and I consulted a walkthrough a little bit along the way. The only part that nearly killed me was the drawing the lines on the map stuff in the Sydney computer. I was really hopeless on that. I had like 25 people in the chat, like in all caps, trying to tell me what to do, and I just could not figure it out. It was some of the most brutal streaming that I've ever done. It was just, oh no. I just remember, I felt like, you know, I could not comprehend what the game was wanting me to do here. Just finish the whole series, yeah. It's the only game you turned backseat gaming on for. Yeah, it was one I definitely needed the help with. You know, if I were playing it in my own time, maybe trying to work through it all on my own would be great. But, you know, I have a feeling my poor viewers would still be watching me stream Gabriel Knight 3 now, like 6 months later, if I hadn't had some help to get through it. I don't think I would have ever gotten through some of the bits on my own. But again, the cat hair mustache, not as wild as people give it credit for.
Can I see that snake bracelet again? I'm not sure the first blessing took, and I'd like to re-bless it.
All right. I do admire your thoroughness, Father.
I know I left your house for like an hour and a half, but now I'm back and I'd like to handle that bracelet a little bit more. This is my third time
bracelet
blessing
of a
it.
snake, even though its vibes aren't great.
Not great
Let it
vibes
do
on the
nobody
snake.
harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now let us pray.
Hey, hey, hey. All right. Now we have the clay. The little clay icon on it.
Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver.
What rhymes with silver?
Take the curse. Oh, take it, Wilbur.
Oh,
A
Wilbur.
lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression.
Get it?
Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Alright, well, that's all I had to say. Is it back to the bookstore? Am I done with the day? What else needs to happen
Hello,
here?
beautiful. It's
Hello,
me.
beautiful.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Got him.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Okay, let's...
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I have a pattern I need you to research.
Please. The magic word, Gabriel, is please.
How interesting. What is it?
It's a reconstruction of the tracings they found around the murder victims. The ones done in flour and blood.
Yuck. You shouldn't carry this kind of thing around. Who knows
True.
what these symbols mean?
Well, wear your evil banishing gloves if you want, but check it out for me, would you?
I'll see what I can find out.
I miss Grace's...
Anything else?
I really miss Grace's very early 90s print skirt. Switching her to jeans was a huge mistake.
I can't think of anything.
Love Gabriel Knight 1 and 3 Grace, but Gabriel Knight 2 Grace makes me uncomfortable. She gets a little intense sometimes. Here, we'll let her come to business in the chat. Alright. The scene where she flips out on Gerda, talking about how she quit grad school to come work for Gabriel Knight, is really a tour de force performance. She forced all the tours. So I need to show Professor Hartridge my voodoo crap. Hey, I've got this voodoo crap. Would you look at it, please? So, you don't have an office? Oh, wait, no, you're going to be, spoiler alert, discovered dead there soon, so...
Up for a few more questions?
Gee, I'd love to.
Does this conversation take place in his office in the original version? I think it does, right? Veve. Here's some Veve.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back. Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating Veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the Voodoo Murders?
No. You're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information.
All right, there we go.
You are associated with the police, aren't you?
I associate
Absolutely.
with police.
But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
Don't get murdered.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Wait. We finished day 3. Well, it's Malia, eh?
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he? Here?
I really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight.
Ah! I like Malia in this version. She's fun. Ooh, we zoom in.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
Just shut up and kiss me.
Romance. Thank you, Nate. That was a bad move. That was a very bad move. Thank you, Jim Walls. Oh, wait. I spoke to the one who smelled of death. He gave to me his ears. And, I missed it. I didn't get all of it. Oh, man. Beans.
Use authentic police procedures if you want to survive.
Thank you, Nectar Keys. We've got a lot of Jim Walls in the chat. That's always good to see. That's right. You've got to do a full walk around on the bed before you get in order to follow proper police procedure. Otherwise, the bed kills you. Bed gets a flat tire, you're dead.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Have it your way.
I really feel like we missed out by never getting like a proper full motion video police quest game. Oh, me too, Nectar Keith. An FMV police quest would have been
Yeah, he gives me the creeps. I wish
such
he'd
a
go
disaster.
away.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Oh, that guy does seem kind of menacing just standing right there staring in, huh? Yeah, Police Quest 4 ends up, it ends up being Police Quest 4, huh? Oh, goodness. You know, with us reaching the new day here in the game, this is probably a good opportunity for me to pause and call it a night. It's getting late here. It's nearly 1 a.m. Oh my gosh, 1 a.m. Woo. Yeah, Police Quest 4 is big time. Woo boy. I wanted to thank everybody for dropping in. This has been super fun. I'm loving the chance to play Gabriel Knight for the first time. Again, playing the 20th anniversary edition for the first time. And so glad, so appreciative of the raids, for the hangouts, the chats. Good to see some new folks in here tonight. It's been a real pleasure. This was super fun. Glad that I was able to make it happen. I thought about going to bed and just postponing, but how could I do that? And I see a good raid to launch as well. Cool Babe is playing the Curse of Monkey Island, one of my all-time favorites. So maybe we'll raid over there. I will be back on Monday night for my next stream with a special guest. I am having the one and only Sarah Joy Shockey on for a special Donald Duck Goin' Quackers stream. We're going to play the classic Donald Duck game Goin' Quackers together. One of her early favorites. There's going to be lots of Donald Duck voices. It's going to be terrifying. But be sure to join us. Sarah is a true joy. If you've never seen Adventure Tuesday before, you don't want to miss this one. But in the meantime, thanks again for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for all the support. I'll start the raid and hit the outro, and see y'all on the other side. Take care.